Hi guys, so this is step 2 of my path to Kaiju, and as I said earlier, Slinks was the first step, and so now I have Slinks and Ruma, and I'm breeding those two together to get the next two, which is Nassus and Naga. Once you have those two, we'll move on to the next step. We'll have this all written out for you guys so you know the whole path from Slinks to Kaiju. It's a multi-step path that will get you from orange all the way into platinum. So here we go. Let's see how many eggs this takes. I currently have 26,900 eggs. And this will, of course, get me 2 dragons. The great thing about this path is breeding these two breed the next 2 that breed the next 2. So you're always breeding the next 2 that breed your next 2, which is nice. You're breeding 2 dragons at a time. And it looks like I'm going to be getting another orange dragon since I didn't breed a lot of the orange dragons. So I'll be back breeding a lot of dragons in the process of doing this. Went into the incubator when I didn't want it to. Who was this orange dragon? The mystery orange dragon is hatching. Yes, because it went to the incubator. And the mystery orange dragon was bronze.
That's an important dragon for breeding.
He is, so there you go.
That's Ruma.
Yeah, well, I'm using Ruma and Slinks to get Nassus and Naga, and the mystery dragon in this breeding was bronze. So this got you 3 dragons actually, which is good. And let's go back to breeding this out.
So the 3 dragons are Ruma, Slinks, and bronze.
See, and the thing is, this breeding does not show up even if you've already started it. So every time I do this breeding, I have to go in there and choose who I'm breeding to get them. There's Ruma. Okay. So, but the next 2 are both green dragons, so hopefully we won't have another mystery dragon popping up. So to get Slinks cost me 40 egg tokens. And to get these 3, we'll see how much that cost me. I start at 26,000 egg tokens. And it looks like I'm going to have to... Okay. Breed. What I'm trying to do in this last bit of breeding is not only use my eggs, but also get back to the gold sphere with this new breeding path that I'm on. So that the next breeding event I'll be in platinum. Yeah, this one does not shut off in between ever. I have to go in and... Good. Ideas are always good. And half the time I'm not even sure if it's recording my voice. There we go. So it took from 26,900 eggs to, and it left me with 6,800 eggs.
27,000 eggs to 6,800.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes to 20,200 eggs.
Yeah.
Just barely over 20,000 eggs.
Not bad. Okay. Let's give it a Nassus and Naga. This should be Naga. Yep. And the Iron Dragon. Good for breeding. No. And then the next dragon, incubate eggs, is Nassus. And the next step in this breeding will be taking Nassus and Naga to bring Danzig and Nyx. So let's take a look at that. After we hatch our little Nassus. Aw, he's all spinny. Yes, the spinny dragons are very nice to look at, but do any of them really just blast?
No.
No. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
All right, now, the cool thing about this breeding is now we can take Nassus. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. We take Nassus, and then we take Naga. Where's Naga? Slinks. Bronze. Where is Naga? Gasper. Where's Naga? See, Naga. See, now if you take Nassus and Naga, it gives you the Jagged Serpent and the Royal Dragon, which is Nyx and Danzig. So as you see, I bred these two, and these two breed the next two, and that's how this kind of path is going to be working, and that will take us all the way up to Kaiju.
Guys, I did get Danzig in my time. I'm just putting in my maybe 22 cents. And in my opinion, he was a more important dragon to me than Hugin. I know that probably 4 out of 5 people will go for Hugin versus Danzig. I eventually wound up backbreeding Hugin. And yes, he is a good dragon to be sure, but by the time I had gotten Hugin, he played not really much of a significant role for me. Maybe he did play something in breeding. But I do have my Danzig jacked up all the way to the max, and he's virtually at expert level. I could give you some videos on him, but to me it was always a mystery. Why is it that if Amarok was such an important dragon,
Yes.
and Danzig is an upgraded version of Amarok in terms of power and spells, then why is it that people look down on Danzig? I mean, it's absolute rubbish if you think about it, but then again, most people just never do.
Yes. Well, if you do like, give us a thumbs up. Subs are always welcome. And as we always say, fly in peace and blow to pieces. Bye, guys.
I think that was good commentary on my part.
Yes.